Hey, friend, I have a question for you. What are you broadcasting to the world without even saying a word? In today's episode of the Lemon Balm Coaching Podcast, we're going to be digging into that. And this is something that just might change the way you see yourself and your patterns. Because you are always broadcasting through your posture, your energy, your beliefs, and even your silence. And the question is, are you broadcasting from your healed identity or from your hidden wounds? I'm going to walk you through what a broadcast message is, how you may be subconsciously repelling the very things that you desire, and how to start rewiring that message with compassion, intention, and a whole lot of grace. So let's do this. Welcome to the Lemon Balm Coaching Podcast, your cozy corner of the world where we'll sip on life's lessons and squeeze the most out of every moment. I'm Melissa, your coach, cheerleader, and maybe even a little bit like that mom who always has a warm hug and the best advice waiting for you. If you're a woman over 40, feeling like life's left you a little lost, aimless, or downright stuck, you're in the right place. This is where your joy, your freedom, and your purpose come back into focus. Together, we'll laugh, learn, and rediscover what makes you come alive, because it's not too late. This is your time. So grab a cup of something warm, settle in, and let's start creating the next most beautiful chapter of your life together. You know what? Because this is such a powerful topic, I just want you to take a moment and just check in. Check in with yourself. Check in and see how you're feeling in this moment. And if you've never done that before, here's a quick way to do it. Just close your eyes if you're not driving, and take a nice deep breath. Now take another one, but relax your belly. Take one more deep breath and just ask yourself, like, how do I feel in this moment? No judgment, no condemnation, no I should be doing whatever. Just check in. How do I actually feel in this moment? Am I tired? Am I frustrated? Am I sad? Am I angry? Whatever it is, it's okay. Just feel it and acknowledge it. Acknowledge the exhaustion of the patterns that repeat, those patterns that keep you stuck, those patterns that just have you beating yourself up over and over and over again. Just acknowledge them. No judgment, no condemnation, just acknowledgement and compassion. Because today we're going to be talking about the fact that you are always broadcasting. But the question is, are you broadcasting from wholeness or from your wounds? Every day we are leading people in one of two directions, toward healing or away. So what is a broadcast message? That's what we're talking about today, broadcast messages. A broadcast message is a specific type of vibrational frequency that is stored in your body, and it is continually sent out to the people around you. Very similar to a message from a radio tower. Now, I know we live in the days of cell phones and Wi-Fi and internet and all of that, but there was a day that everyone listened to an actual radio. And a radio tower is always broadcasting. Whether you're listening or not, the radio tower is always broadcasting. The message is always going out. We have an option whether to turn on our receiver and listen or turn it off and not listen. But the message never stops. The music is always playing. The DJ is always spinning. The message is always going. So a broadcast message is a message that you send out from your radio tower, right? Your body, your mind, your spirit. And when you have a negative broadcast message, that can be harmful. It can have a harmful influence on the opinions of others about you. And it can even cause you to attract people, behaviors, or patterns or situations that you would rather not. Have you ever noticed, like, you're always attracting a certain kind of person? I had a client the other day saying that they always seem to attract needy people. They're always attracting needy people. Well, there's a broadcast message going out from her that says, needy people, come to me. A broadcast message also has the potential to affect you, not just the people around you, but you. It can influence your emotions. It can influence your self-image. It can influence just all kinds of aspects of your life. Um, I know people that believe that they are poor, even though they make a lot of money. So that broadcast message that's being sent out is, I am poor, and it's affecting all the areas of their lives. Most broadcast messages are short sentences consisting of 2 to 5 words like, I'm a loser, I'm a failure, this is just how life is meant to be, I'm always supposed to have this experience, whatever that is. And there's generally 2 types of broadcast messages. There are commands that the message is sending out to other people, like, ignore me, pretend I don't exist, or descriptive messages, like I said, like, I'm invisible or I'm stupid. I had a broadcast message that was being sent out for most of my life that said, my words don't matter. And the people around me heard that message. I never said it out loud, but they heard it. And how it showed up in my life was, I would say things and people would ignore it. I would point things out and people would drive right past and then come back to it later and go, oh, there it is. We finally found it, even though I'd pointed it out. It's a broadcast message. And these broadcast messages are like a mixture of subconscious signals, right? The way that you look, the way that you sit, just the way that you show up into a room, and nervous system cues, something going on in your nervous system that sends out a message. And this, like I said, it includes things like body language, your tone of voice, your patterns, the patterns that you live out, the patterns that you speak, the patterns that you show up with, the vibe of your beliefs and your thoughts. Like, if you believe that the world is out to get you, you're always going to see proof of that. People are always going to be out to get you. If you believe that everyone around you is terrible and awful, then that's what's going to show up in your life, people that are terrible and awful. However, if you believe that this world is full of beauty and love, that's what's going to show up for you. Our broadcast messages teach other people how to treat us. I'm going to say that again. Your broadcast message teaches people how to treat you. If you let people walk all over you a little bit, people are going to walk all over you a lot. If you invite disrespect, disrespect is what's going to show up. We teach people how to treat us with our broadcast messages. I want to talk about what a broken broadcast might look like or sound like. So when you're broadcasting from your brokenness, when you're broadcasting from your wounds, when you're broadcasting from the traumas you've experienced in this life, you might see things like expecting rejection. Like, I expect everyone around me is going to reject me, so I'm going to self-sabotage and reject them before it ever happens. You might want desperately to feel loved, but you expect betrayal from the people around you. You might crave peace in your life, but you're always bracing for chaos. You're always expecting the other shoe to drop. That is what broadcasting from your brokenness, from your wounds, from your trauma looks like. But I want to remind you that this is coping. This is a coping skill. This is how we cope with life, the life that's been presented to us. And there's no shame in that. There's no shame in being able to survive the life that you have. But I want to tell you that out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So what is going on inside your heart is going to come out of you, whether you speak it with your mouth or you speak it with your broadcast message. So how can you rewrite that message? How can you begin to broadcast from your healing and from your wholeness? When you are on a healing journey, and I want to remind everybody, I've talked about this before, healing is a choice. I can't force anyone to want to be well, You can't force anyone to want to be well. We all have to decide for ourselves if we want to heal from whatever it is that broke, right? We have to make that decision ourselves. But when you begin your healing journey, when you start walking on that healing path, whether you choose to do that with a therapist, a counselor, a coach, a pastor, whoever it is that is supporting you and helping you on your healing journey, that healingness, I know that's not a word, I just made that up. That healingness helps to recalibrate the signal that's coming from you. It recalibrates your energy. It recalibrates your energetic signal, just like that radio tower. What's playing from that radio tower? Is it metal? Is it country? Is it classical? When you begin your healing journey, you change what it is that you're broadcasting, and you begin to broadcast wholeness and healing instead of wounds. And you begin to broadcast from a place of peace and confidence and love instead of anger and aggression and frustration. So, one of the things that you can do, the very first thing that you can do to begin rewriting your broadcast message is to become aware. Like we did at the beginning, check in. Check in with your energy. Check in with how you're feeling today. Check in with how you're showing up in the room. Check in with yourself. Become aware. Awareness is key. If we don't know there's a problem, how can we fix a problem? If we don't know there's an issue, how can we adjust to be better? So check in with yourself. Become aware. The next thing, and this is where someone like me comes in, doesn't have to be me. It could be anyone like me, but someone like me comes in. Release, let go of the stuff that's been keeping you stuck in these patterns, that's been keeping you stuck with this broadcast message. Release the things, release all the things. So one of the modalities I use is the emotion code and the body code. And this helps to release that stuff that keeps you stuck in those patterns and sending out that negative broadcast message. You can use breath work. I know I have a friend who's a breath work coach to calm the nervous system so that your nervous system isn't sending out that negative broadcast message. Prayer. Obviously, go to the one who can absolutely 100% heal you. Go to prayer. Pray about it. And some essential oils could even help. I'm a registered aromatherapist. That's one of the things that I do. That's one of the things I use to support my clients, to help release a lot of this negativity and rewrite their broadcast message. And then realign. Okay, great. We've released some stuff, but what do you actually want to send out? What broadcast message do you want the world to hear? So we have to realign. We have to figure that out. We have to know what it is that we want. Otherwise, why are we releasing anything? We can just stay stuck in our old patterns. But you want to realign things. And then you want to declare the truth, right? You want to declare the truth, not keep repeating the negativity, but declare the truth. So you want to become aware. You want to let some stuff go. You want to realign, figure out what it is that you actually want, and then declare the truth. So I just want to encourage you. This broadcast message is on a subconscious level. You might be aware of behaviors that you have or patterns that you're stuck in, but this actually comes from your subconscious. And at one point, it did serve a really beautiful purpose. At one point, that part of you rose up to protect you in some way. But there's something inside of you now that knows that this just isn't working anymore. So this isn't about performance. This isn't about, oh, I have to switch my broadcast message. It's about awareness. It's about recognizing, and it's about inviting peace in. And the beautiful thing is, when the peace that you invite in is from God, He does the recalibration. He does the heavy lifting. He does the heavy lifting. We don't have to try so hard. We don't have to strive for a new broadcast message, because He will give you that message. And I want to remind you, you're not too far gone. It is never too late It is never too late to shift your signal. You can shift your signal at any time. You can rewrite it, you can recalibrate it at any time. But I also want to let you know that you are already worthy of broadcasting wholeness, even if you don't feel it. Even if I don't feel it, I can still be broadcasting wholeness. Even if I'm not quite there yet, I can still be broadcasting wholeness. And one of the great things about what I do, one of the great things about what I do is I hold that belief for you until you're ready to believe it yourself. So I'm curious, what's one belief that you're ready to stop broadcasting today? I want you to think about that. Think about it. What is one thing I'm ready to stop broadcasting today? Some of the things you can do, you can journal about it. You can pray about it. You can speak it out loud, because when things come into the light, they lose their power. Speak it out loud. You can shift this broadcast message with one simple breath, just like we did at the beginning. Acknowledge it, recognize it, name it, let it go. So I know that was kind of a quick episode, but I just wanted to share that with you today. Broadcast messages are critical. What are you sending out into the world? There's a show on Netflix called Made, starring Margaret Qualley, and it's about an abused woman who keeps going back to her abuser, which is so common. It's heartbreakingly common. But why? Why do they keep attracting abusers? Why do women keep attracting men who abuse them, or people who take and take and take while you give and give and give? It could be a broadcast message. There's an easy way to find that out, and that's through an emotion code session. I'm here for you. That's one of the things that I do. But if this episode really resonated with you, if you got something valuable from this episode, just like, subscribe, and share this episode with a friend. Maybe you have a friend who's in that place. They just keep attracting the same guy over and over and over again. Maybe they need to hear that it's their broadcast message. And this is it's real, and you know it's real. I know you know it's real, or you wouldn't have stayed all the way to the end. But it's our brain. Our brains draw people to us. It's that broadcast message. If you're a woman over 40 and you're looking for peace and excitement about life again, I would love to invite you to join the Reignite Your Flame community on Facebook. Leave a review of this episode if it spoke to your heart. I would just appreciate that incredibly. So thank you so much for listening. And just remember, you are designed beautifully. You are designed perfectly. And you were designed for right here and right now in this time in history to bring gifts and talents to the world that the world desperately needs. And one of the things that this world needs is for you to get your broadcast message dialed in. Thanks so much for spending a little time with me today on the Lemon Balm Coaching Podcast. I hope you're walking away with something that sparks joy, hope, or a fresh perspective for your journey. If you loved today's episode, let's keep the conversation going. You can find more inspiration, coaching tips, and resources over at my website, lemonbalmcoaching.com. Don't forget to follow me on social media for encouragement and updates, and you'll find me on Instagram and Facebook at Lemon Balm Coaching. And hey, if you're looking for a supportive, uplifting community of amazing women just like you, come join us in the Reignite Your Flame Facebook group. It's a safe, welcoming space where we share, grow, and cheer each other on. And you can find the link on my website or just search for Reignite Your Flame on Facebook. Remember, honey, just be yourself. The world needs what only you have to offer. Take care, and I'll see you in the next episode.